Listen, man, these things, metal detectors, they're great. I own more than 20. I mean, do I look like I have buyer's remorse? No, I don't. And I just learned this morning that you can find the oldest object on Earth with a metal detector.
Now, this is
A quick tangent.
some of my copper collection. These are some of the oldest coins that I ever found. Like half cents.
These are phenomenal with inflation.
Half cents were a thing. Then there's King George, British coin. This was a French centime. Oh, and this is my baby girl. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. Oldest silver is 1732. But this is my oldest coin,
Metal detectorists geek out about stuff like this.
and I believe it is a King George the First. At least that's what the internet says.
And the European detectorists are laughing at me because they could find Roman coins. But there's still a problem with that.
But you know what the most humbling thing is? It's this. Almost any rock that you find is going to be older than those coins that I treasure.
That pisses me off. Why can't rocks have dates on them? Dear God, can you put dates on rocks? Is that possible? He kind of does. There's carbon dating, which is good for about 50,000 years, which is a lot older than my coins. And they do their scientist thing to find stuff that's even older.
You sound really smart.
But the oldest object on Earth is not of the Earth. Now, according to the International Planetarium Society, I bet they throw phenomenal parties. Yeah. Current measurements yield an age of about 4.4 billion years for the Earth and about 13.8 billion years for the universe. I bet there's coins on other planets, but the thing is, if I travel at the speed of light, I'm not going to age. But when I get there, I'm going to need to charge my metal detector. But you know what? There's some objects that have done that work for us. Meteorites. I'm going to link you to a fascinating article from the University of Chicago. Field museum scientists discover oldest material on Earth, 7 billion year old stardust. Go. Just take all my coins. I'm just going to read a few lines and then leave the article for you. The grains of stardust were trapped inside meteorites long ago, even before the sun formed, when they remained unchanged for billions of years until one such meteorite fell 50,000 years ago in Australia. Though they may seem fixed to humans, stars have life cycles. They're born when bits of dust and gas floating through space find each other and heat up. They burn for millions to billions of years, and then they die. When they die, they pitch the particles that formed in their winds out into space, and those bits of stardust eventually form new stars, along with new planets and moons, as well as meteorites. And all the old coins land in Europe, and all the gold nuggets land in Australia, and meteorites. Come on, man, what about North America? But such pre-solar grains are hard to come by. They're rare, found only in about 5% of meteorites that have fallen to Earth. And they're tiny. 100 of the biggest ones would fit on the period at the end of this sentence. Okay, let me translate this into metal detectorist. If finding a meteorite is like finding a silver dime, finding a pre-solar meteorite or a meteorite that has pre-solar particles is like finding a capped bust or a seeded dime. Seeded dimes might be 5% of my collection. Finishing up with this article, here is a close-up under an electron microscope of a pre-solar grain. And I'll let you read the rest of the article yourself after this sentence. Once the pre-solar grains were isolated, the researchers used rigorous processes based on cosmic rays to figure out from what types of stars they came and how old they were. And the oldest one was 7 billion years old, which is older than our sun. Pretty remarkable, and from a credible source. I would definitely say the University of Chicago is a credible source. But what does this all mean? Oh man. It means that the oldest object on this earth, beep, 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 can be found with a metal detector.